So it was the 31st of December and I just got home from my family. I just got back to the city where I'm living, all well fed, all this, Christmas stuff, the great dinners, all the good lunches with the great talks with all the family, good ones and bad ones too. But the point is, I'm just like good, like starting the new year, like getting back to the city excited about New Year's Eve, because tonight is like New Year's Eve, all that stuff. And I was just like, got back to my apartment and I just had like, I'm just like opening the door and I just had this, like quite strange gut feeling. And, I was like, whatever. I just, like went into the kitchen and I just unpacked all of my stuff because, my mom, like, sent me a lot of stuff, like she just, sends me all the time, like this homemade stuff, like the classic stuff. So I just, like done the unpacking. I was a bit like tired because, like I came by train and, it was, I was sleeping on the train actually, but, it was like tiring. So I was like a bit tired and stuff like that. So I was a tiny bit tired, a bit, tiny bit emotional too, I just like got back and stuff like that. And so, I'm just coming to my room and, so in my room, I have this desk over there, which is all about, I spend all of my official documents there and all of my, stuff there, which is, official, some little bit saved money here and there. And so I was like, this is strange. I didn't leave that part of the desk open. And as I'm getting closer, and as I'm going there, I just, opened that part of the desk and I just checked it. And it was like, no fucking money. And so, I had this money, like saved up, like to rent and all of that stuff. And, as a normal person saves, like I'm also working, running my business like a normal person, like saves up money. And it was like gone. And I was like, I got this super freaking mad, this super freaking furious because it just simply clicked me. So after that, I just simply ran to the other room because I was like sharing the flat with this other guy at this time. And like this guy is nowhere. Like this guy's, and it got like clear to me, like this guy freaking stole my money and left. Like he freaking stole my money. So after that, I was like, I started like yelling, like, what the hell do you think? What do you think of yourself, man? And all this stuff and all this furious and angry and like opened up my messenger because like I do not really use like messenger because I just like do not use social media too much because I think this is a huge drag of time, whatever. So he's just texted me that man, I just had to come back to Pakistan, like he's a Pakistani guy, whatever, because my mom died. And I was like, like this furious, this angry, just like I want to kill this person. And so, man, I have to tell you the consequence. After that, like I was like, like yelling and like coming here in and out into my room, and I was like, man, you need to cool down. You need to freaking cool down. You have to freaking cool down. So I just simply sat down and I started to meditate. And it was a freaking long meditation session, bro. Like 2 hours at least. 2 hours meditation session. And everything just popped. Everything just popped. At that very moment when I got stolen, when I got robbed, I would say, I just felt like, I have this story for myself that I can now tell. That why I'm a victim of my circumstances. And throughout this meditation, everything just popped. I'm 100% responsible for this thing. I chose to live with this guy. This had consequences, this whole thing, because this guy didn't pay the rent properly. So I should have known, but I chose not to face that thing. And so that day I just simply had to choose that I was living with a person who is not even like I suppose that he's a psychopath, but he's also he robbed me. I just simply didn't want to face that. And so I was just like looking everywhere, like, hey, I'm the victim in this thing. And so everything just started to, pop in my head, like I do not drink alcohol, but like, like I'm supposed to like get drunk and I'm supposed to like change up something. And all this, like heightened emotions when you are just like angry or you are just afraid of something. You just have all these heightened emotions and you all of a sudden have all these, like super intensive thoughts coming to your head. And I just had all of them, like I just should be changing up my life. Like, no, I don't know if I have enough money to cover the rent, like I'm supposed to be going ahead and, like make some money very quickly. I don't know if I can go out tonight, because it's New Year's Eve, all that stuff. And, just looked for the victim in myself. And throughout that meditation session, I just realized that first thing first, I will not run. Like, also, I had this thought that I would just simply run away from this flat, not paying any of the rent. Obviously, this guy also owed a lot of money. Which again, this was my incapability of coping with that thing, of facing with that thing. That I'm living with a person who is super much improper to actually pay his rent. He's like incapable of paying his rent. And so I was just looking for the victim inside myself, and just the stories like how can I, like I just run away from this place. And I was just sitting there meditating, and it just popped. What if this is actually like a trial? What were you made of? What if this is actually like a trial? Like, what were you made of? And we are not talking about a lot of money. We are not talking about anything big, like if you're thinking about it like rational, not emotional, it's like, who cares? Like I have my business and I'm making that some amount of money double, like a double, a triple, like as much as if I really would like to work on that, during a week. Like, who cares? Like in reality, like, bro. And so I was like, what if this is a trial? What if I will not be a shitty person and just run away from this flat? But I actually face the consequences and I will be a good person. I will go and I will be straight freaking honest with everyone about what happened. What if I will not be this strange person? And I just had this feeling, like this darkness, like coming out of me, and like somehow feeling that, like I'm super strong inside, and I just found this something. And this is the principle I wanted to talk to you about, brothers. Take freaking responsibility. Do not look for the scapegoat, brother. Because of the evil, of the devil, of the things that you are just projecting to other people is inside you. Also, I had another story yesterday. I knew about myself that, I didn't eat properly. I was just like super fucked up, this super, mad about the world and everything. And I just knew about myself that this is me. This is me. And I just like looking at all these people, and I just like super angry at them. Like, why are you talking, like next to me in the gym? Why don't you like work out? Like, and I just like, man, like you are this, like this is inside you. Everything is inside you. When you are seeing all these people and you are just good with them and you are just like super happy, this is you too. When you're just looking at the other people and thinking that they are responsible for your stuff, they are not, bro. You are freaking responsible for what you've done. In this case, I was responsible not to facing that this guy is just simply not, like I just should have like kicked him out from here way before. But I chose not to face this before. This is me. This is me. This is all of my responsibility. Everything is my responsibility. Everything is my responsibility, brother. The amount of money that I have in my bank account, the way that I feel and the way that I manage myself how to feel, my fitness level, how I eat, which people am I meeting with. This is my responsibility. I have the opportunity to choose. I might not be the one who is creating all the opportunities, but I am the one who is choosing which direction lean towards to. And this is the principle that I wanted to share with you, brothers. Never, ever. No one outside of you is responsible. And when you really, actually take responsibility for your own life and stop looking for the scapegoat that, this is my parents, feeding me too much that I just cannot, go to the gym or just cannot lose weight. These are my parents who gave me improper genes or some shit. Man, forget about that. The time when you're taking full responsibility for your actions and for yourself and for your whole being is obviously scary, but that's the place when you can go to the next level. Honesty, bro. Be honest with your freaking self and with other people. Because if you have to hide something, again, you're creating all these mental, weird cycles inside yourself. Because if you're lying to someone, you're lying to yourself. How is that? Because if you're lying to someone, you're just coming up with this self-identity to yourself that you're a liar. And that's the worst punishment to yourself. So bro, take responsibility. Because if you take responsibility, then you can choose where to go to. You can have directions. You can own your stuff. And that's the place from where you can grow. So stop being a victim, bro. There's no one outside of you in any way responsible for where the freaking hell you are at in life. Peace.